Hello Planet Poppers! Today we're going to be making this spooky witch. We'll need a pencil, glue, paints, brushes, pens, 2 paper plates, black and white paper, green crepe paper, a green post-it note, and scissors. First, using a pencil, trace around a plate on some white paper and cut it out. Remember, always ask for an adult's help when you're using scissors. Fold the circle in half and half again and cut out a quarter using the fold lines to help you. Roll the quarter into a cone, making sure the point is nice and tight. Grab some PVA glue and glue the edge down. Make sure you press firmly and wait for it to dry before you let go. Cut some slits in the bottom of the cone. Carefully fold them in. Glue them into place and set aside. Once dried, grab a paper plate and place the cone in the centre. This will be our witch's nose. With some glue, secure the nose to the plate and set aside to dry. Get your second paper plate and fold it in half. Cut along the fold line. Paint the half of the plate black. This will be the brim of our witch's hat. Taking some black paper and a pencil, measure a triangle with the brim at the bottom. Leave some space for the brim to stick out either side. You can now make your triangle into a more detailed hat. I made a fold in the point of mine because I wanted my hat to flop over at the end. Cut the hat out. Try to follow your pencil lines carefully. Glue the top of the hat to the underside of the brim. Press down and wait to dry. Cut a strip from your green post-it note and make sure it covers the width of the hat. With your pens, draw a funky design. Using a black pen, draw a slightly rounded rectangle in the centre of the strip for a buckle. Place the strip on the hat, folding the ends around the back. Glue them in place and set your hat aside. Going back to our witch's face, check that the nose is dry. Using a pencil, draw her eyes and mouth. Mix some pale green paint and outline the eyes and mouth with a thin brush. Then take a thick brush to cover the rest of the face. With some white paint, fill in the eyes. Use pens and paints to fill in the rest of her features however you'd like. I used pens to colour in her tongue, teeth and eyebrows. Using a pencil, trace the top curve of the witch's head onto your green crepe paper. Cut around your lines. This will be her hair. Check you're happy with the shape of her hair and start cutting some strips. Make sure you don't cut all the way, but leave some space at the top. Once all the strips are cut, place the hair over the face and give her a haircut. Snip some of the strips out of her face. Wrap each strip around a pen or pencil, squeeze tightly and unravel to create these curls. Remember, be gentle and try not to pull on the crepe paper too hard. Finally, we need to assemble the witch. Cover the top of her head in PVA glue and carefully place her hair down. Put some glue on the underside of the hat and place it on her head. Careful not to cover her eyes. And there she is, one spooky witch to show all your friends this Halloween. And if you stick around, we are also going to be making a cauldron for this witch. We will need glue, scissors, 4 thin strips, 26 medium strips, 4 thick strips and 2 circles cut from black paper. First, arrange 6 medium strips around one of the paper circles. Glue these into place. Then place the next 6 strips to fill the gaps and glue these down too. Place the remaining 12 medium strips between the gaps like this and glue them down. It should look like a big wheel. Glue the second circle in the centre. Now glue the ends of 2 thick strips together and let them dry. Glue the open ends together to create a loop. This will be the opening of our cauldron. Taking a thin strip, wrap it around the opening and cut to size, then glue down. Repeat on the other side. Once everything is dry and set, begin attaching the loose ends of the strips to the insides of the opening. This might be a bit tricky, so ask an adult to help you if you need a hand. Try to make sure there are no large gaps between your strips. Pretty soon, you should be seeing the shape of your cauldron. Taking the final thin strips, place them around the edge of the opening like this. Add some glue to hold them in place. Finally, glue the ends of the last 2 thick strips together for our handle. Attach the ends either side to the inside of the cauldron. And then we are done! One cauldron that's fit for any witch this Halloween